the army to be in. I do understand, because people want things to be stable. I mean, you and everybody else, you want to be able to travel safely, shop safely, all of these things. These are the natural rights of every citizen, and we should all want that. But I think the army and force is just going to give us a false security for a few days.
Mm.
And the real answer lies in listening to the people. What are the problems, and addressing those? And I do think that we're going to see this flame up racial divisions.
Sure.
But racial divisions are there in our society.
Mm.
We have the most unequal society in the world. We have largely ordinary Black South Africans suffering disproportionately. So racism is going to be unavoidable until, once again, the government solves issues of deep structural racial inequality. So what we have at the moment is a government totally out of touch with ordinary people. And in the book I published recently, I say, never before has the ANC been so out of touch with its people. So we have a failing government who is not dealing with essential issues. And I mean, on the issue of looting, we're speaking about all the people looting, and yes, that must be condemned. But so must the billions of rands being looted by the very government itself.
Absolutely.
So we shouldn't be surprised that people are in the streets protesting.
They probably figure you're doing it at a very large scale, at a very sophisticated scale. So, what's the big deal if I go into, become part of this looting culture whilst it's happening, and also make hay while the sun shines?
I mean, it is absurd. I mean, the government should be the role model to its own people, and it is failing dismally.
Yeah,
and we can't hide behind any PR exercises or lovely speeches.
Okay,
so I found that
carry on.
I just found that the president's speech was very empty and very uninspiring. And at a time when he wants to calm, as he says, the nation, there were no words of encouragement or of calm, actually.
What I was waiting to hear is what other government officials are saying is the looting and the vandalism and the rioting has cost the country and the economy probably billions of rands, and monies that were budgeted for other matters is now going to have to be moved to rebuild the infrastructure, etc. Is that fair for them to have made that statement? Surely there must be money elsewhere to start reviving the economy and creating jobs. We have a very disillusioned, as you have also said, and probably contained in your book as well, we have a very disillusioned youth that are unemployed, and they just don't see a future for themselves. And this is definitely one of the reasons why we've had this flare up. This is the reason why South Africa is burning as you and I speak.
Yes, exactly. I think you've answered the question very eloquently yourself, because I think what's happening now is that for 27 years into democracy, people have been living on hope, but hope doesn't provide food every morning. So I believe now, I think we may be going into quite dark times. And it's interesting we speak about this new era of Ramaphosa's as a new dawn. But I think it could be the darkest time in democracy unless there's really strong action. And that's not the SNDF that is dealing with our real problems. And I think largely the community is moving from living on hope to realizing that we are entering an era of hopelessness. And unless the government delivers on its promises, I mean, millions of jobs have been promised, investment has been promised, and nothing has materialized. And the president and the ANC cannot blame COVID. The situation was dire before that. There's been no attempt or no real action to deal with a failing and flagging economy. And jobs have to be created. I don't think these people want to be naturally violent. They are desperate. This is a cry for help.
Mm-mm. Short answer. My final question to you, Kim. Does government have the resources to reignite the economy and create possibly X amount, a couple of million jobs to get the youth off the streets, to give them hope, and to see this country growing again and moving forward?
Absolutely. I mean, when you think of the lack of infrastructure and even roads that are not correct, I mean, there could be basic infrastructure work created throughout this nation that employs the youth and sees the infrastructure being lifted up. I believe that there's enough construction companies, infrastructure companies that would join the government in such initiatives. But the government seems to be at a standstill. Like we have a stalemate. And unfortunately, the people in the end are the ones that suffer.
Thank you indeed. And I doubt that local government elections are going to go ahead in this very dark and gloomy climate that we find ourselves in. But Kim, wonderful talking to you. Hope to hook up with you again sometime soon. Go well and keep safe.
You too. Thank you. Thanks. Bye-bye.
That was Kim Heller, a political analyst. She's also written a book talking to us about the current state of the country, 8:49 exactly. When we come back, Alhamdulillah, we'll be hearing words of upliftment, spiritual upliftment by Maulana Johardin Ansari in these Mubarak days leading up to the Hajj.
A strip of land with over 2 million people blockaded for 13 years. Healthcare is on its knees, food is scarce, and water is inadequate. COVID has wreaked havoc in the lives of the people of Gaza. 53% of the population live below the poverty line. 80% of Gaza relies on external aid to survive, and 20,000 children are now orphans. The future is bleak. Please, don't forget Gaza. Donate now to Islamic Relief.
Looking to get your kick? Kiki's have now reopened on 235 Matthews Maiwa Road in Durban. Head on over for the Taste with Kick. We offer something scrumptious for everyone in the family. Wraps, chicken tikka, burgers, tender grills, mocktails, milkshakes, and so much more. Corporate and events catering available. Visit our social media pages for more info or call 031 209 0119. Kiki's, the Taste with Kick.
Don't be sheepish. Kurbani with Penny Appeal. Affordable and rewardable. For just 700 Rand in Africa, Gaza 3,500 Rand, South Africa and Yemen 2,000 Rand. You can reap the rewards of your sacrifice. Go on and do your bit to banish poverty. Only the best animals, 100% reliable and guaranteed notice of your Kurbani done. Call 031 1100 573 or visit www.pennyappeal.org.za to book your Kurbani today. WhatsApp 081 407 2753 for more information. Trust us to deliver your sacrifice where needed most, allowing you to reap the rewards of this blessed action. Penny Appeal. Small change, big difference.
These days, I'm more health conscious than ever. So tonight it's stir fry for dinner, cooked in healthy Helios pure sunflower cooking oil. Helios is pure sunflower goodness, packed with omega-6. That's good for your heart, and is approved as part of the Heart and Stroke Foundation